African breadfruit, also known as ukwa in Igbo, is one of the best Igbo delicacy you cannot afford to miss. Now, this Nigerian dish is eaten by the Igbo people and I think some parts of Yoruba as well. Now, I'm going to show you how to make this without saying so much. So here are the ingredients for this ukwa, okay? So we are using ukwa, which is the breadfruit, of course. Trust me, this is the most expensive food in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. This is so expensive. I got like 3 cups, as you can see here, for 8,500 naira, okay? And now the next ingredients I'm using is my palm oil, because we are making porridge ukwa. The next ingredient is my onions and my ogirisi, okay? And I'm also using crayfish and Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm also using salt. I'm also using seasoning cube and roasted ehuru. I'm also using my panla fish, my smoked panla fish and smoked catfish as well. Now, the next ingredient is ungu. The English name for this is called palm ash or oil palm ash. It's made from roasted or burnt palm fruit. Okay, so this is best to use in place of potash. Potash is not so healthy. I'm also using peppersoup spice. And the next thing to do is I'm going to transfer my crayfish, my Scotch bonnet pepper into my butcher mix blender, as you can see here, and I'm just going to blend that away. And trust me, in less than few seconds you will see how this crushed these crayfish and Scotch bonnet pepper to powder, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm also going to add my Ehuru. Yes, I'm going to add my Ehuru as well, as you can see. Yes, it's also called I think they call it native or calabash nutmeg or something. I don't really know, but then just walk with me through the process. All right. So after that is done, the next thing to do is to add my ukwa into my pot of boiling water. So make sure that your water is already boiling in your pot. Okay, yeah. So now the next thing I'm doing here is pouring in the ukwa. And trust me, I do not plan to leave one grain left in this bowl because this is so expensive and everything must go in. Trust me, everything must go in. And then I'm just going to, stir that and cover it up and allow it boil a bit. And then I'm going to come back and add the next ingredient. Okay, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Stay with me and enjoy the process. The next thing I'm adding into my pot is my ungu, or you can still call it the palm ash or the oil palm ash. Okay, so yes, this is going to help make your ukwa soft and cook faster. All right, yeah, this can be used in place of potash. Like I mentioned earlier, potash is not so healthy, so please endeavor to use your ungu or your palm ash when you're making ukwa. So I'm just going to cover this up and come back as well to add some onions into my pot. So I'm going to add like half of the onion that I diced, and then I'll cover it up and allow it to cook some more. So at this point, my ukwa is getting soft and soft and softer. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add in there is my ogirisi. Okay, so I'm just going to add that in there and add some water and cook that some more. Now you need to know that when making ukwa, you need to wear your patience apron, okay, because this fruit is so hard, like it's really hard and tough, so you need to have patience. Even though you added your ungu or whatever you're cooking it with, you still have to have patience. I cooked mine for like an hour before I got it very soft the way I wanted it to be. So yeah, this is me adding in more water, and then I'm going to cover that up, allow it to cook, and I'll be back to add the next ingredients. So the next thing I'm adding in here is my smoked panla fish and my smoked catfish. Now, the aroma and the flavor that this fish is, contribute to this dish is heavenly, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Okay, so the next thing I'm also adding is my seasoning cube as well. So I'm just going to add that inside. I'm also going to add my salt as well. Please try and use any of these smoked fishes when making ukwa. Trust me when I tell you that you're going to love it. Okay, and for those of you that do not like eating food without some obstacles inside, make sure that you add fish. You can also add one more if you have that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to cover this and allow it to cook. So ladies and gentlemen, another way you can enjoy your ukwa is by eating it white like this. Okay, now for those of you that like white ukwa, at this point, trust me, this is ready to be enjoyed. Okay, but for me, I do not like eating white ukwa. I am not used to that. Okay, yes, I'm used to the porridge version, so I'm going to take this one step further. All right, so now I'm adding in the remaining diced onion that I reserved earlier, and I'm going to add in some palm oil as well. Yes, this is how I grew up eating ukwa. Okay, this is the process and the type of ukwa that I'm used to. All right, so yeah, I'm just going to stir that, and the next thing that I'm going to add in there is my crayfish mix, okay, which is my crayfish, my roasted ehuru, and my Scotch bonnet peppers. So after adding that in, I'm going to taste it, because I mean, this is already delicious. I mean, you can tell from looking at this video. Okay, and then I'll taste that, stir it, cover it, and allow it to cook. So guys, at this point, the oil has cooked properly and we don't have that palm oil taste. So I'm just going to add the last ingredient, which is the pepper soup spice. I'm using a little bit. You don't have to use so much, okay? So it doesn't overpower and overshadow the taste of your ukwa, okay? Because we need that ukwa taste. So guys, this is ready. As you can see, I'm just going to cover this up a bit, and yeah, this is the consistency of how your ukwa should look. And at this point, it was splashing everywhere, and because I don't like that, I just covered my pot. Okay, so tell me guys, would you be trying this recipe? Did you enjoy watching this video? If you did, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and like and share my video, because you don't know who needs to see this. I love you guys as always. Thanks for subscribing and watching. God bless you. Till next time. Bye.